What's happening, guys? Appreciate you tuning in to get the latest information that I've discovered. Now, I know people are out there changing their status, and they're doing all secured party creditor, and they're doing all those things, and they're authenticating their birth certificate, and they have no idea why. But I'm here to tell you that if you have no documents put in and you didn't do any claims, then you have no protection at all. So unless you're witty and you understand what's going on, but if you understood what was going on, you'd have paperwork done. So my message really for today is get off your bum, get documents put in, discover what updating your status means, and get into understanding that you must have documents put in to notify the system who you are. If you don't have these documents put in, you will have big problems. If you're always getting pulled over, if they're always messing with you, and it's because you're wide open, you're lost at sea and you haven't clarified anything to anybody. There's all these things. There's copyrights, there's the assumed name, there's trademarks, there's things like that come with repercussions for violating those notices. So the system, if they have no fear of you at all, you're in big trouble. If you intellectually understand what's going on and you have something up here, a lot of people don't have anything up there. They make it up as they go, and they're wrong. They're out there running around gangbanging, doing all this crazy stuff, getting tickets all the time, and they think it's really nothing, and they try to fight it and fight it and fight it. Hell, you might as well pay the ticket and stop them from putting you in jail. The amount of money and time you're going to spend, if you get in trouble right now and you don't know anything, it's going to cost you a lot more to learn and to try to fix it. And then you'll probably violate the law over and over and over again because you didn't honorably come forward and fix it. These are things you should be thinking about. If you have a mortgage, you should figure out how to pay it, and you should find out the nuts and bolts of what you signed up for. Okay, if you have a speeding ticket or you have a warrant, you should try to dissolve these things. You should fix these honorably. Now, paperwork will do it because people don't want to do paperwork. Okay, but paperwork will fix it. It's the contract. If you work and do it like a contract, you can solve these things. There's people all the time getting a hold of me saying that the process worked. The police left them alone, or it's been dismissed. You're better off to step up, be in honor as quick as possible. The very minute you get something, you should be counteracting that legally. You should be putting in a response. You don't put in a response, you agree. It's called acquiescing. It's called consenting. Okay? There's all these terms and trick bags that the system has, and they never teach you anything in school. You should figure out from step one what you should do. Now, let's say you have no issues and you're an honorable person all the time. You don't get tickets, you don't run stop signs, you don't do any of that stuff. There's still mechanisms you need to do and that you need to know to be able to put yourself in a protective position. Or if you have adult children, the whole family really should understand things that need to be done, and you should have an estate. If you don't have an estate and you haven't set any of this type of stuff up, then you're free game whenever they see you. You're a random person. They stop you, and if you don't speak right and if things don't come right back over the radio the correct way, a number of things can happen. Everything should be claimed. Everything should be some type of document that backs up that you did a claim. Either notices that you put in the recorder's office, notices that you send to the government agencies to understand that they need to stand down, and you basically have an estate. You have none of this stuff in and you get stopped, they're more apt to give you tickets because you didn't do anything ahead of time. You weren't proactive. I'm saying this is a call to be proactive, you know. And the bad thing is, no one calls me until, you know, they're damn near booted out of the house and a notice was put on the door. You know, or the cops are coming, or they go to court tomorrow at 8:30. No one thinks ahead. No one. And here's another interesting thing. You have to claim the child, or the state can take the child anytime they wish. You can get an old grumpy neighbor. You didn't do anything wrong. In fact, that's happened. And they show up and they act like you let them in, you're really nice, and you have electric and you have running water and there's no abuse, and you know the place is clean. They'll tell you the case is going to be closed, and then the next day the police show up at the door and they take your children. Don't think it can't happen, because it happens all the time. It happens all the time. So it's my call to get people to get an understanding that things need to be claimed. Paperwork needs to be put in. Notice needs to be given. You do the legal thing correctly, keep it as simple as possible, you'll have less problems in life. If anything happens, or little accident happens, or something goes wrong, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt. You have to trust me on that. Okay? Well, I hope you enjoyed today. I've put a lot of thought into this and trying to wake people up out there. Maybe it's you that I'm putting this video on there for. You never know. Please subscribe to my channel. Please give me a thumbs up, and there'll be more in the near future. Thanks for viewing today.